Yeah, absolutely, Carl. Thanks for having me. Look, I mean, I think that this event yet again solidifies Apple as a real powerhouse in the semiconductor space. They've started this innovation a long time ago. They're on a quest to do more and more vertical integration. What you're really seeing out of them is this path of trying to make the hardware and software very specifically all Apple. And that gives them a performance advantage. It really gives them control over the power envelope, which they spoke about a lot. And this is the way in which ultimately this company will be able to lower its dependency on external suppliers. Plus, it'll be able to improve its gross margin structure, which is always deflationary in tech. So the semi component just cannot be understated. It's a massive thing for Apple, and they're obviously delivering really fantastically in that
Yeah.
department.
Now I remember when you went to neutral, we had a long talk about it, probably maybe last summer or the summer before. Does this dynamic make you get more constructive?
So, Carl, when we went to neutral, that was last summer. Our call was that this is a stock that's really not going to outperform, given the previous couple of years of outperformance and what we knew about the product cadence coming out. And we think that that's what's playing out. I mean, year to date, Apple has significantly lagged the S&P, and we think that this is a trend that was put in place because of the expectation of how good the 5G cycle was going to be. So I think that's starting to get discounted. I mean, there are obviously other worries about the stock in terms of deceleration potential in services growth, the COVID comps. So there's a whole host of worries that we can go through. But some of those are starting to get discounted in the stock, given the materiality of how much underperformance we've seen.
Yeah, and I do want to dig into the MacBooks themselves with you, Wamsi. But first, just to put a bow on this, how negative is this development for Intel?
Well, we don't really cover Intel. I don't, but I would say that this has been a quest for a long time from an Apple perspective, where they have tried to decouple their reliance from all sorts of suppliers within the semiconductor space. They've acquired a whole ton of companies to increase their own modem development, which is an asset that they acquired from Intel. So they're basically marching to a completely separate beat over here in terms of semi development, because they see that the innovation that third-party suppliers actually can deliver to Apple is significantly lower than the things that they can do themselves. And so what has really happened is that they're now looking at sort of a product that is 4, 5, 6 years out and thinking about how to best vertically integrate and deliver that price performance that they can only do, whereas the suppliers might not be able to keep up with that pace of innovation. So it's a real decoupling that they're trying to achieve across all their product lines.